Hello, it's me, Brown Goddess. I wanted to make a quick video about some stuff that's been going on, and I decided to just so I won't be sitting here just talking. I'm gonna be doing my makeup, and we'll explain this whole situation and sipping my wine. I just wanted to go ahead and come on here and make this quick video and talk to you guys about some stuff. And I'm puffy. Y'all see I'm puffy. I'm gonna get into all of that. But anywho, so it's Christmas Eve. It's December the 24th. And it's been a rough couple of days. It's been a rough couple of days, you guys. So basically, I started a new job, right? And I was working there for like a week. And it was cool, just to make money or whatever. And I decided, the kids are out for 2 weeks for Christmas vacation. So I decided that I would take the trip down to my hometown so she can spend time with her family on her side of the family, her dad's side of the family. And I notified my supervisor that I was gonna drive down there because she's from down there too, and I will be back to come back to work on Thursday. Is it? No, this past Monday. I'm sorry. So I went down Sunday and I was supposed to be coming back to go back to work on Monday. So I went to work Sunday morning, came home, picked her up, drove down there. Okay, so I get down there and I could be doing makeup while I'm talking to you guys. But what am I gonna do? I filled in my eyebrows. I'm not gonna do like a lot because I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna get to why I'm not going anywhere either. So but anywho, so I started with my eyebrows or whatever. I ain't gonna put no lashes on because why? So excuse me, I'm gonna go ahead and just correct and all of that kind of stuff. Oh, I'm gonna fix these whatever. So so I go and we drive down to Montgomery. That's like the mid point from where her folks was coming and where I'm coming from. And we meet up, we go and we meet in Montgomery. And I ended up getting off of another exit to stop by a Dollar Tree. And we ended up, speaking and then meeting up at Marshall's in Montgomery. So, I'm not from Montgomery. I'm not from anywhere but from where I'm from. And I'm following the GPS. So I'm following the GPS and it tells me to get off on exit 9. And I did that. And then it tells me to merge onto whatever highway that it merges onto to get to East Chase Shopping Center. If y'all know anything about Montgomery, that's where I was going. So I merged like the GPS informed me to do, and I didn't see like a little median separating the lanes and I go over the median with my car. So me and my daughter's like, we didn't even see anything, what in the world? Where did that come from? And I ran over the median, and then by the time the GPS took me to Marshall's, my oil light comes on, and my car starts knocking. Now, I'm not from Montgomery. I don't know anybody from Montgomery. Her folks are not from Montgomery. I don't know if they know anybody from Montgomery. All I know is that this is my only means of transportation, and I am in Montgomery with car issues and little money. So, cause I'm just trying to make it back so I can go to work, and cause I just started this job, so my money is like funny. So anywho, so we don't know what's wrong with the car because when we meet her people, it's just her grandmother and her cousin. That's a girl. No guys are there, and it's raining. Mind you, it's raining at this point. So we were sitting there like, oh my God, the car is knocking. We don't know what's going on. She's making attempts to call people that she knows that lives in the area to help. Mind you, it's Sunday evening. Stuff closes early. It's like 2 days before Thanksgiving. 3 days before Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, Christmas. And everyone is pretty much either out of town or they don't know me and they really don't want to come out and help. So, and this is the season to give, but that's another okay, anywho. So she calls this guy that works with her, and he's looking underneath the hood, and I don't know a lot about cars, but the issue isn't under the hood, sir. The issue is underneath the car. I'm trying to see where the oil is coming from. If I knocked off the oil filter or if it's a hole in the oil pan. We don't know what's going on. I'm trying to see what's going on so we know what the next step will be. So he's acting all cute, and I guess he don't want to get dirty. He don't want to do the most. And mind you, at this point, I don't think I did. Like me, I'm always dressed up. I'm glad I didn't dress up because this happened. But the one time I don't dress up, I'm talking about I got on makeup and I got on lashes, and I got on a wig or whatever. But I'm just wearing sweats because the point was to drop her off and come right back. It wasn't to see anybody spectacular. Okay, so this is the only time I decided to wear sweats. So I guess when he pulls up and sees that, it's not, I guess he's not finna go above and beyond to figure out what's wrong with my car. That's my problem. So then he's on the phone trying to get in touch with a guy, that has a shop in Montgomery. He's trying to get in touch with this fella. And then while I'm on the floor, on the ground, in the rain, using my visor that you use to put in the windshield to block out the sun, that's what I'm on to not get wet. So I'm on that, and a guy comes up and he was like, "Everything okay?" Black guy. And I'm like, "No, I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with my car, where the oil leaking from." He's looking like, "I'll call people, but I'm not gonna get on the ground either. I'm not doing all of that either." I guess, like I said, I don't know if it was because of how I looked or what. I don't know. But yeah. So he went to calling around and everything. Nobody knows a shade tree mechanic, you might as well say. Nobody knows a shade tree mechanic at this point. Nobody knows a person who does auto work on the side. This is Montgomery. This ain't these people exist everywhere. So I'm trying to figure out why it's so hard to, but like I said, it's Sunday. I'm not trying to be an ass, but it's like it's Sunday. I know people don't want to come out, they don't know me, and people don't really want to do nothing. Okay, so I understand that. So at this point, we don't know what's going on. Don't nobody want to look under the car and see what's wrong with it. So I have to get in the car with them, leave my car, and drive back to my hometown with them. So to put the icing on the cake, it's a bad wreck headed there, and we're at a standstill on the interstate. I'm talking about not nudging, moving. I'm talking about big trucks are pulling over and everything. Like we're at a standstill, so we're not even moving. We're not even 5 miles out of Montgomery, and we're stuck in traffic. The kids are in the back seat sleep. Me and her grandmother like talking, trying to make conversation and stuff. I'm talking to the guy that I talked to on the phone, letting him know what's going on or whatever. And mind you, he lives 4 hours away from me. So the other way. So there's no need for him to come out at this point. So anywho, so I'm telling him what's going on, we're talking. And it's funny because he tries. He really does try. He's talking to me about a movie or something that he watched, and he's trying to get my mind off of what's going on, because this is kind of like a bad situation to be in, and bless his soul, he just trying to, and I was like, I really didn't want to hear it. I really wasn't here for it. And so it wasn't because of him, it was because of other people, was why I just went on this vent. I just went on this vent in the middle of the highway, in the middle of the while we're sitting there, her grandmother's there, the kids are asleep. I just gone this big huge rant. Okay, this is what I don't understand with people. This is what I can't stand with people. Okay, I know my situation. I know my situation as far as financially and what I'm able to do for people. Now, it's been times where I have had little to nothing. But if I had a roof over my head and the bills were paid and it was more than what someone else had, and they asked me could they stay with me so they can have a roof over their head and a place where they can take a bath and not be homeless, I agreed to that. And it was like nothing in return. I was looking for nothing in return. I did it because you came and asked me, and I don't, I've been homeless before. So I'm like, why would I say no just to be, like, when I could do it? It wouldn't have bothered me to do it. So, so I've let several people, stay with me, not several people at a time, but several different occasions, live with me when they didn't have places to lay their head and take a bath, and without offering anything. Okay. So it's like, hey, it's kind of like if I need you in the future or something, you know, don't forget about me. Kind of, if I need you in the future, if I call you for something, hey, look out for a sister. That's kind of like, it was kind of like a deal like that. Well, not a deal, but kind of situation like that. Anyway, so but I don't know, but it's like I put a post on Facebook because I'm not from Montgomery, and I was trying to see if there was anyone from that area that could give me some kind of ideas, give me some kind of reaching out situations to try to help my situation. I'm not just sit there and cry about stuff without trying to make some kind of move or something first person. So I reach up, put on Facebook, and I'm not even a person that tells my business to people because people like to see other people fail. They like drama and all of this kind of stuff, and that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day about, you know. Anywho, well, I might touch on it, but I'm not. I don't know, but anywho, so I put that on Facebook, and I have blood relatives, a blood relative, and some blood relatives that don't even say nothing. They don't even say nothing about the post. I could put posts up about inappropriate stuff on Facebook, and people would sit up there and laugh, and they would comment, and they would joke back, and everything's fine. If you put a post on there, I put a post on there about, hey, I'm just needing some kind of direction, some kind of assistance because I done messed up my only means of transportation. I'm not nowhere near home. My son is at home and I can't get in touch with him to even let him know what's going on. I'm like, anybody can point me in the direction of some assistance so I can try to get this situation fixed because I can't crank up the car and go nowhere because all the oil has drained out of my car. So anywho, so I'm like, I go on this little rant about she's gonna ask me what's wrong. Can I help? This second time she did this. What's wrong? Can I help? And I tell her the situation, and only thing she says is, "Oh my God, I'm sorry." Now, I'm gonna tell you this right here. I don't expect people to do stuff like solve my problems for me. I don't expect people to do that. But if you come to me, like if I said that because if I didn't have the means to help anybody, I would probably sad face the post, but I wouldn't go as far as going into Messenger and asking you what's wrong. Can I help? Is there anything I can do to help? Right? And then this person gives you the whole song and dance about what's going on. This has nothing to do with need money for drugs. This ain't got nothing to do with need money to party, to buy Christmas gifts. This ain't got nothing to do with needing money for a guy. This ain't got nothing for money on a guy's books or anything. This ain't got nothing to do with unnecessary spending of money to go to clubs. This is, hey, I'm in a place that I'm unfamiliar about. I don't know anybody. It's close to Christmas. I'm stranded, or I'm forced to go back to my hometown and stay with my daughter's folks for the night until we figure out what we can do. If you know anything or any way you can try to assist the situation, I'm feeling like that's the reason why you're reaching out. Why do people reach out just to be nosy and be in your business just to see like what's going on with you, just to see why you going out, why you going on the rant? That is some unnecessary stuff. That is really unnecessary. I don't understand why people do that. I never, if somebody's sitting up there saying, "Oh my God," and they're crying emojis and stuff, I would never get underneath their post and say, well, what's going on? What can I do to help? And then they tell me, oh, my brother is shot and we got to try to bury him and da da da. And I say, oh, that's sad. That's worse than ignoring it. I think what you did there was worse than ignoring the whole post. If you know there's nothing you can do, I would, like I said, acknowledge that I saw it, or either be like, dang, I can't do nothing. I'm gonna put a sad emoji like, damn, that's the stuff. But I'm not finna ask you what can I do to help. I tell you the whole song and dance, and then you just say, oh my God, that's sad. Oh my God, that's messed up. So I blocked them. I blocked her. I blocked the whole family. And that's what it is. I blocked them. I don't have time. That's the second time you did that. That wasn't the first time you did that. That's the second time you did that. To be nosy. That's what you did that for. Anywho. So I get down to my hometown and I lay down and I go to sleep. And her husband is like, okay, we're gonna get the jack. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna see what's wrong with it. Maybe it's something I can do to fix it. Thankful as hell. So in that time, when I wake up the next day, we get there about like 12 o'clock in the morning. So I lay down, go to sleep, wake up like 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, and I get up and I'm reaching out to people. Now this is my hometown. I'm gonna start. I ain't gonna drop names, but I'm gonna drop relationship statuses to these people, and I'm gonna show you why I don't fool with my hometown. I reach out to my father. Nothing. Basically, like, you need to figure out what you need to do. Okay, I let you live with me too, several times. Looked out for you, even stayed there for a long time because he had prostate cancer, and I was the one who was there for him, making sure he was okay, ordering his medicine and stuff. That's neither here nor there. I'm doing it because I thought I was a kind daughter. Nothing. Okay. I messaged my sister after I'm gonna go back and tell you what happened after we get there. Message her, was like, can I stay there for a couple of days to try to get in touch with people from my hometown, as opposed to not knowing nobody really where I live, to try to get my car fixed. I can't do it. The people I work with, people that like my post, people who try to have sex with me, people who constantly like try to. Now these is people who I talk to sometimes, whatever, on not daily basis, but they like my stuff on Facebook or Instagram or whatever on a daily basis. And I mean, this is my hometown. Like, I pretty much know almost everybody that I know came from my hometown. And you telling me nobody. This is Christmas time now, and I'm sure nobody can help. So I'm staying out. So anyway, so that's what we got while we staying in our hometown. No help. So we ride up there back to Montgomery, and he's looking at the issue, and he was like, okay, maybe I can get this stuff that I use on my car to fix the hole, to hold the oil in your car long enough for you to drive to where you live, and then you can get it fixed. And okay, and I'm like, okay, cool. He's doing that. So I'm gonna say this right here. I didn't have insurance, and I don't understand why the first option someone would give me is, well, you could get your insurance to tow it. you could get your insurance to get you a rental car and you'll be able to blah, 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 blah. Now, I'm not blaming nobody for me not having insurance. I didn't have a job. How am I going to pay for insurance that on a car? How with no job? How? And I might be a lot of things, but stupid or lacking common sense is not one of them. And I feel that if I had insurance, the first thing that I would do would be to call them to tow the car. And to also see if I'm able to get a rental car. If I had insurance, I'm pretty sure that's the first thing that I would do. I don't know why people would think that that's not the first thing that a person would think of. But that's the first thing I would think of if I had insurance. I don't have insurance. I didn't have insurance. That wasn't an option. I appreciate you bringing up the obvious, but that wasn't an option. So this is why I'm in the situation that I'm in, okay? Thank you. Okay. Anyway, so we go back up there. He thinks he can patch it. The stuff that he needs is $15 a piece. I buy two of them. Mind you, I got less than $100. That's what I got, less than $100. So, he's like, okay, it's $30 a piece, and I need the synthetic expensive oil for my car, the type of car that I have. So, I buy like 30 quarts of that because it's 4 to fill it up or something. So I use 30 quarts of that, and I use 3 quarts of that, and I'm gonna do this one. But yeah, I'm gonna just do this one. I ain't gonna lie. And that, so that run me like $50. So we go to AutoZone, we get the two kits that they have for him to plug up the oil pan because he finds out it's a hole in the oil pan, crack or whatever in the oil pan. So mind you, this is the next day. This is the 23rd. This is my son's birthday. I haven't heard from him. I haven't talked to him at this point. I go and I asked a friend of my sister who has a relative that lives in the same place that I live in, whose son goes to school, my son, to possibly come to my house and tell him to call me when he get by phone, or to let him know that I'm stranded in Mobile and my car's broke down in Montgomery, just to let him know, what is going on. So my son's 17 now. So, I'm thinking, okay, he's gonna ask to borrow somebody's phone to call me and let me know he got the message. He didn't even do that, but that's a whole nother situation. But anywho, so we get, I tell her to do that for me. Thank you so much. I appreciate you doing that for me. And yeah. So we go and buy the stuff, and it's not enough. The stuff, like the first kit he got on there, the second one, well, the first kit, it hardened up and he couldn't use it. So he put one of them on there. He's like, okay, I need about two more because of the size of the crack on the thing, on the oil pan. We gonna need two more. So I gotta come up with more money that I don't have, because mind you, if you get it fixed, I still gotta make it home. I still gotta pay on my power once I get there. You see what I'm saying? So I can't spend every quarter I have on kits because I still gotta make it home if he gets this fixed at this point. So I called the dude I'm talking to. We can't give him a label at this point, but the dude I've been talking to or whatever, and what y'all the old people say your special friend. I called him and we're on the phone, and I'm like, can you send me some money to buy some more kits so he can try to get my car fixed? And mind you, he can't come to me because he having the car issue himself. So he's trying to get his car situated himself, which I'm not, like I said, I'm grateful for him helping, even though he's at this point where I'm at 6 hours away, or whatever, he's still assisting. So shout out to him. Everything that he's doing at this point is trying to be helpful, or is helpful. I ain't gonna say trying to be, is helpful. So he sent me the money. He was like, I can send you this, but I'm trying to get my car situated myself. I understand. So he sent me what he could send me to try to get the situation resolved. And we go to O'Reilly's. O'Reilly's don't even have the kits, because we went to AutoZone at first, so they don't even have the kits, and they only sell them by the two. So when we went to AutoZone, we bought the two that they had. So we know that AutoZone didn't have anymore. So we went to O'Reilly's and they didn't even have the same kits. They had their version, but they didn't have the one. And he was like, no, I want to just use what I've been using just to be on the safe side, because I know how this one, does, because I used it on my car before. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that's understandable. So we Google another AutoZone in the area, and we go to that AutoZone, and on the way there, he hits a median or curb. I think it was a median. I'm not sure, and he messes up his tire. So he did the exact same thing that I did on accident. He said he didn't see it. That's the same thing I said. I'm like, yeah, if I saw it, don't you think I wouldn't have went over it. Not saying that, but I'm just saying, he did the same exact thing that I did, but he didn't roll over his open because we're in a big F-250 or something. So he just messes up his my arm looks different color than my face. Anyway, and it'll work out. And yeah, he messes up his tire. So now I got to run in there while they're about to close, mind you, and get the two packets that this store has. So the guy goes and he gives me the packets for the stuff, the kits to seal it. I buy the kits. That's another $15 a piece, and but he changes the tire because he got a spare, and we get back in the truck and we go so he can finish the job. How about as soon as we get there, so he did when we get there, I look at the kit. How about somebody done cut the back of the kit and took out the main part of the kit, like somebody stole it. So now I done paid for a kit for money that I had to get from somebody else that isn't even there. And this is what he needs to seal up the hole in the thing. And the place is closed because we just made it there to buy it. So I'm trying to call up there to see if somebody at least answer the phone. You know they ain't gonna do that, because when he had went in there, he asked them could he borrow an air pump for the spare, and they said no, he had to buy it. This is what Montgomery told us when they about to close and we purchased something. And we just trying to put air in the spare so we can make it to where we trying to go to and finish doing what we doing. And they say we only got something you can buy. Shout out to Sorry Behind Montgomery, babe. That's a whole nother. I can't stand Montgomery. I would never ever go back there. I go through it, but I will never give them any of my money. But anyway, so one of the kids is not even in there. So he's like, man, I think I need, it ain't enough. Like the other kid would have sealed it, but now it's like a little leak. But it should be enough at this point. It's like late. It's like 11 o'clock at this point. And he's like, it should be enough to get you home. So what we're gonna do is we gotta go to the store. We gotta buy more oil so you can have it to put in the car. You got enough gas to make it home? And I'm like, yeah, it's enough in there, just enough in there if I don't stop nowhere to make it home. Okay. So I'm like, okay, so I go in the store and I'm talking to um guy friend and I said your friend and he's I'm telling him like I'm in Target now, expensive Target. I like Target, but some of the stuff in there is like ungodly expensive for no reason. Just like some stuff at Walmart is ungodly. Cause we even Googled the kit for at Walmart, and it was like $35, but it was like half that price. It was $30 at the other places. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm puffy because I had a mental breakdown. I was crying. I had a mental breakdown on the phone with my guy friend, and he sat there and probably listened, probably didn't, because he figured I'm just having like this mental breakdown because of the me being stranded or whatever. But he sat there and he kind of listened, but I don't know. Anyway, but this is from crying. So so I'm like, okay, whatever. So we go to Target, and he sent me a little some more money to try to get some more oil. No. He I tells him I'm spending my last on oil, praying that I make it home. And I'm by myself, mind you. I'm a female. I'm by myself, and I'm having to drive like 2 hours more away to get to home with the oil leak at 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. So I'm already scared, not scared, but I'm already not enjoying the situation. So I get in the car and I put the oil in there, and he was like, "You need more than that. You need more oil than that." And I'm like, "I ain't got no more money." So he was like, "Ask the grandmother, could you get some more money?" I asked her, and she looking like, "You give it to her." Like, so at this point, I'm feeling like they did what they feel like they can do at this point, considering that their blood relative is my daughter and not me. They're not obligated to help me, but at the same token, y'all had me meet y'all in Montgomery to do the exchange. Like, I didn't even want her to go, but that's another situation. But so they did what they could do to help, and I'm off now. I'm going headed back to Georgia. I'm headed up to where I live to, and so I make it from Miss Montgomery to Auburn, Alabama before the oil light comes on and it start knocking again. So I have to pull off and pull up to the gas station that is open, and I get out and I'm like, damn, if I only made it to 40 miles away and I have like a lot more to go, I'm not gonna make it to where I'm from in this car, and then it's gonna be even later, and like I can't no. So I don't even have the money to buy enough oil. He's saying get 6 quarts and put it in there and make it. It's not gonna make it because it's not gonna make it. So these people and the store clerks, I tell my special friend like I need some more money to buy more oil because their oil, is expensive, hell expensive at a gas station. So I have to get not even the right oil for my car. So put in there and he shoots me some more, a little bit more money to get that done. And I can use this because I can't find my own. Let me see right there. But so he sends me more money to buy more oil, so I go and buy 6 quarts of oil. So some people is at the gas station and they're like trying to help an older white guy. He's like, okay, I'm gonna pour this in here for you. And while he's pouring it in the car, it's like immediately pouring right back out to where it's not even reading on the dipstick. So there's no way I'm gonna pull off from civilization and um be stranded in the middle probably of some trees and stuff on the interstate when I'm already at a gas station. So what I do is the first thing I do is I call the family members thinking that maybe they could turn around and come get me. All the thing he did was fuss and swore that what I was saying to him was a complete lie. Like you let me stop. He just thought that I was just being overly scared about driving. But I was explaining to him that the oil is coming out quicker than what it was when he was with me. He didn't want to hear. He was just basically fussing. And at this point I broke down crying. So I sitting in the car and the older gentleman's like, I'll push you to a parking spot. So if you have to leave your car here, it's, in a decent spot. It's in a spot by the door. So I'm like, thank you, and so I'm like, okay, so I don't know what to do now. So I called my special friend and he's like, I know his plan was to drive back to our hometown and spend Christmas with his family. It wasn't to come drive 4.5 hours to come get me and out of the you see, it wasn't to do that. But at the same token, it was like it's the 23rd going into 24th. The store closed at 12. It's almost 12 o'clock. It's 200 miles away from me, and I don't have no ride. They not coming back. They not turning around to come get me. So they're basically like, this is not my problem at this point. You're just our granddaughter's mother. We're not really obligated to help you. So, and he's fussing and he's not understanding what I'm trying to tell him. So I'm at the gas station. And so my special friend decides that after I explain to him they're not turning around, they're not coming to get me, I'm just going to sit here at this point. I'm having to sit here. He's like, okay, I'm going to come get you. So he got his car straight and he's like, GPS me the address. And I GPS him the address. And so it's like 4 hours away. So now at this point that he leaves to come to me, he won't get there until 6 o'clock in the morning, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. So I have to sit there for the whole entire time until he gets there. And someone pulls up on the side of me, some couple pulls up on the side of me, and they're explaining to me that they feel like they're being followed. And you guys know that this trafficking thing is big, is real big right now. So, but they didn't look like traffickers, but who looks like traffickers? Because if traffickers looked like traffickers, people wouldn't get trafficked. But they didn't look like, they looked harmless. They just looked like they were, just trying to see why a black girl was out at 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning on 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning on Christmas Eve. So they sat there with me and we talked. Shout out to them. They're from Atlanta or outside of Atlanta. And so, I didn't want to say, oh, let me ride with you. Can you guys drive me? Because I'm already waiting on my special friend. I don't know these people. I couldn't say, yeah, let me get in the car with them because, hell no. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, so, they're talking to me, and then my special friend is on the phone with me, and I'm like, oh, my ride is calling. Let me get this phone call. So I roll up the window, and it's kind of creepy because like when you don't know people, you kind of don't want to just make casual conversation at 2 o'clock in the morning in a place that you have no idea where you're at. Giving people information, like not information, personal information, but like, hey, I'm waiting on my ride, and they're like, I'm telling them like, oh, he's like right around the corner, he's on his way. You guys don't have to stay that long to make sure I'm okay. And they're like, oh, we're gonna sit here and wait until he comes. And I'm knowing he's like 3.5 hours away, and he's talking to me in my ear, telling me like, oh, I'm 15 minutes away, just in case if they can hear, it'll kind of shoo them away. But it didn't shoo them away. They were like trying to be good, I guess, Samaritans, and stay there until he gets there. So when I guess they discovered that he wasn't 15 minutes away, and the wife was like, I'm getting sleepy, we're gonna go ahead and go. It looks like the coast is clear. And I even let them know, like, oh, the police, they came up here when my car, they know I'm up here, so they're riding by every so often to make sure I'm okay. Just trying to get them to not traffic me. But they eventually left. They were nice people so far. I don't know how crazy they are, but they were nice so far. And they pulled off, and I'm sitting there on the phone talking to my friend, and basically at this point, you look, when you're upset, you know that your only means of transportation is at a standstill, and you don't have any money at this point to fix it. You don't even know who you can call in Auburn to fix it. You don't know how, you don't have anybody to depend on at your home. You didn't have anybody to depend on in your hometown. So what's the point of going there? He's trying to convince me to go back there, even though the only person who will be there will be him. But he's also saying like, you need to get in contact with your dad, and you could stay with your daughter's grandmother and stuff. And I'm like, they didn't even want to come back to get me. So how the hell you gonna make me be able to stay with these people? And how are you gonna make me be able to depend on my dad when you thinking that I didn't even call him while I was already down there? I called and reached out. I even put a post on Facebook to anyone that could give me some suggestions, and it was two people that gave me some kind of suggestion, and they wasn't even family, and they wasn't even from where I was at. My homegirl, well, my Facebook friend and my classmate Anya, shout out to you. She wanted to use her AAA, but AAA won't come in tow it unless she's there, and she was like in a whole nother city and state, so that wasn't gonna work. And then my homegirl, my cousin, she was trying to reach out to some people who were in Montgomery that, fix cars, and knew people who fix cars, that said they could come and, try to help, or at least let me know what was going on or something. And they weren't obligated to help me. Yeah, she wasn't even obligated to help me. So that was a fail. Shout out to Zell. I saw you, girl. Thank you. I appreciate it. But anybody else that was on my Facebook, friends, cousins, aunties, blood relatives that live in Alabama, nobody reached out to me. Nobody. I text messaged my sister to see if, okay, he was suggesting, my special friend was suggesting, okay, when I come get you, we can go to Mobile and get things done better, quicker, better access. He was trying to basically tell me that you can go stay with your daughter's folks. No, I didn't have nobody to stay with, because it was times that I was visiting my hometown when it was just like before I even, when I was, coming back and forth, before I had no reason to come back. I had to spend hundreds of dollars on rooms and stuff for me and even my kids to lay our head for one night, because there was nobody offering, or nobody even to call and say, can we stay the night with you for just one night, just to save us some money? That wasn't even an option in. So I don't know why he thinks that people in that I know are offering these that would allow me to stay there. And then I didn't have any clothes. I was in the same clothes for 24 hours. I still hadn't gotten in touch with my son. So I'm at this point, I want to go home, because there's nobody to go and stay. He didn't even offer for me to stay with his people, because that's why I say it's my special friend. I call it, because that's not really my boyfriend. It's not really, because if you can't even offer me to stay with your people, and I'm supposed to be, you see what I'm saying? Like, I can't even stay with your people, because that wasn't even an option. You trying to make people who I know open their home up to help me, when your own people won't even do it, and I'm supposed to be your old. You see, he wasn't understanding. That's why we ended up bumping heads on the phone, because he trying to make people that I know do stuff for me, when I'm like, if that was an option, I wouldn't have been stranded. So that's just, I don't know why he does try to, he tries to help when he can. He really does try to help when he can, but he's not understanding that just because I know people don't mean that they reach out their hands and their pockets or their situation. They don't help. My own folks don't help. So no, sir, it's not like I can just call somebody and stay with somebody. And it is Christmas time. People got family coming in, and then what I look like going to her grandmama house, her folks' house. Same clothes, no makeup at this point, no lashes, no. You see how bad I look now, how sleepy and droopy my face look now after crying. So what I like going back there at his grandmother's, at her grandmother's house, my baby daddy's mama's house, looking like I look, in the same clothes, no car, invading in on their holiday season. And he actually thought that that was an option. He actually thought that that was an option. That wasn't an option. I understand what you were trying to do, but you don't understand. That wasn't an option. And then he even said, call my sister in Georgia, the one who's trying to blame me for the car accident that me and my son could have died in. That one. He didn't want me to call that one. Even her, the friend that whose god sister lives in St. Barbara Complex, she don't call me today. Tell some, you need to call your sister and do what? The same person who trying to blame me for something I ain't do. The thorn in my ass since I've been up here. You want me to call that person and do what? And say what? Help me. And they gonna say, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and help you. That's what's gonna happen. That was funny. Y'all funny. Y'all some fun. People come up with some stuff for you to do. People come up with stuff for you to do all the time that they know that isn't affecting them. It's easy to say to somebody, call your mom. And your mom's like this crackhead that stole from you her whole life or had a guy molesting you when you was a child. And somebody on the outside saying, well, your mom stays right around the corner. Call her. I'm pretty sure that she's not going to leave you stranded. And this was like the same person that had a whole person molesting you or stealing from you. Like, how somebody gonna tell you what somebody else to do for you when you won't even, you didn't even offer for me to stay with your people, but yet you think that somebody who is not even blood related to me is gonna let me stay with them and help me get my car fixed. That's what I don't understand. I don't understand. And yeah, he kind of rubbed me the wrong way, because he don't understand. And I know he thinks that I don't listen to him, and I already discussed this with him. It's not that I don't listen to you. It's just that every decision that you've made since I've known you, it has not been to benefit me. It's only been to benefit you. And I understand people are selfish and they're not obligated to do anything for people. But I thought at least knowing him for 10 years and we've had some kind of understanding and, you know, some kind of connection to where, you know, you cared about me enough to not leave me stranded and look out for the best interest in me trying to get in touch with my son and make it home, as opposed to trying to dump me off to my daughter's people and didn't even offer for me to stay with your people. How are you gonna do? I don't. That's neither here nor there. That is neither here nor there. But yeah, so he ended up, I said, just come and get me and take me home. I'm not going back to my hometown. There's no help there. You're not trying to, you will help to a certain extent, but he don't even feel like his obligation to, oops, I didn't even do that right. It ain't even his obligation to, he like, you want me to figure it out? I'm like, he like, you ain't got a plan. You ain't got a logical one either. So anywho, we already had that discussion. That's a whole nother, I'm not even finna get back into that. But we got into it, like, and he comes to get me and I'm like, can you just take me home? I'm not going back to my hometown. That's out of the question. You already are tired anyway. Can you just take me the 2 hours going my way as opposed to the 2 hours going your way? Because I'm gonna be sleeping in your car if you take me the 2 hours going your way. So there's no option there. So so he takes me home and he takes a nap or whatever, and I take a nap, and then I know he wanted me to get my son and or either let him know what's going on and get clothes and then go back to my hometown with him and try to figure out something because at least he had a car for us to get around and try to take care of stuff at but I still didn't have nowhere to stay. Cause like I said, that's when I text my sister and was like, can I stay there a couple of days until I can try to figure out, until after the holidays, and then I can try to get somebody to a mechanic or be close to dad so he can find somebody to get a mechanic to drive up to Auburn and we can try to get the car fixed there. You know what she told me? I can't. I can't. Dad's at my house. I don't have room. You don't have a floor. You don't have a sofa. You don't have a pointer. You don't have any of this that I can lay down on, but yet when you were forced out of the place where you were staying and you had your 2 kids with you, and I let y'all get my son's room and stay with me when you didn't have nowhere to go and didn't ask you for nothing. Even kept your babies when you had got you a little job. But yeah, I can't stay there for a couple of days until I get my car fixed. I thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So that's why I'm saying he's sitting up here saying why you can stay with this and you can do this. People don't give a damn about you. People don't care about you. They not obligated to do anything for you. Even if they're family. And family is even worse. My cousin even up here. I know you read that post of what I put that I was sharing. She put me she texted me. Cause her and my son shares birthday. And she helped me get the job where I was at. But she does stuff like that too. It's like she don't feel like she obligated to help either for real. So thank you for helping me with the job and everything. But she didn't even say like, what can I do to help, or you're stranded where? You know what I'm saying? It was more about her birthday than it was that I was stranded in Auburn. So he left. My sister friend left today, and he goes to um our hometown or whatever. And he texted me before I made this video, let me know he made it. And now he's there, and now I'm here in Georgia with no transportation, no money, no job, because I texted them and told them that my car was broken, and the only thing they said was they ain't have nobody to cover my shift Monday. And I was like, well, you want to figure something out because I'm stranded. That's all they cared about. That's why I really don't want to work for anybody. That's why I want to try to do my own thing, have my own entrepreneur type thing, because people don't care about your situation. The only thing they cared about was, I don't have nobody to cover your shift. Well, I ain't got no car. How I'm gonna get there? Even if I was in town, how I'm gonna get there? I'm not gonna pay no damn Uber to come to work. Like, I was doing that when I was in high school, paying a taxi to get to work, and then I would walk home at like 1 o'clock in the morning just to try to save money. A 17-year-old walking home at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, I could have been stolen or anything. And nobody even cared. And basically, to sum up this video, because it's over an hour, to sum up this video, I just wanted to say that it is messed up and very eye-opening for 2019. It has shown me that people don't nobody care about you as much as you care about you. You care about yourself more than anybody else does. And it doesn't matter the length of time that you know people. It doesn't matter the connection that you have to a person, as far as it being a relative or it being a significant other that you've been in a relationship with for an extended period of time. It doesn't matter any of that when it comes to needing and depending on people. It's crazy that people who really have a lot of followers and a lot of friends and a lot of subscribers and a lot of people who are on Facebook liking and subscribing to their posts, those people don't care. I mean, I'm not confused, but I'm my eyes are open to it doesn't even matter how you're connected or related to somebody if everybody is selfish. Everybody is looking out for their best interest first. They're looking out for their how they're gonna benefit out of the situation first. And it's not sad. It's just eye opening. And it's like it's sad kind of. It's kind of sad that I have family around the corner and down the street and won't help. Well, she helped me get the job, but as far as like physical help on her end, she's not gonna do it. I have a sister that's like 10 minutes away. Can't even, and they was the one who convinced me to come up here. I don't even want to be here no more. I don't want to be in my hometown, but I don't want to be here no more either.